I just remembered that this Saturday night, Colby Covington and Tyron Woodley are finally going to fight. It's the main event. This card is pretty good, actually. So we'll go over
Really good.
we'll go over the bets right now. I'm going to start it from the tippy top, though. Tyron Woodley versus Colby Covington. Colby is a minus 350. Damn, heavy-duty favorite. They think Tyron Woodley is washed. I think Colby wins this fight. Colby's going to come out in orthodox stance this time around. From what the news has been saying, the radio interview, his coach is saying the southpaw is not natural. It's not the good power. He's going to start knocking people out at orthodox. Oh, okay, shit. So Colby Covington is going to come out in orthodox and drop bombs on Tyron Woodley, apparently. So if you're his coach, apparently has Colby by KO. I'll take Colby by decision. It's the safer bet, but I'll just go Colby straight up to win on the money line. Zach.
Oh, okay. So if anyone knows about this fight and who's been wanting this fight, you know it's me. You know how excited I've been. I love watching Colby fight because, you know, if you actually really enjoy MMA, it's really impressive to see what he does, especially what he's did with Lawler. Watching a fight like that, a decision 25 minutes, yeah, some people may find it boring or whatever, but that is an absolute MMA masterclass. Love him or hate him. Against Lawler, over 500 strikes thrown. He's so incredibly well-rounded. The press that he puts on, it's so fresh. And a lot of people overlook him because of his gimmick, his shtick, whatever you want to call it. But he is a solid fighter. And, you know, like many fights in the UFC, with such as Vanderlei and Chuck, this fight's about 2 years too late, in my opinion. You know, Woodley's he's 36, 37 now. That doesn't mean he's any more dangerous. Just because he's lost the last 10 rounds in the last two fights does not mean he is still dangerous. He will be motivated for this fight on a different level. I still believe that, like kind of with Usman as well, what we saw with Colby, I believe Tyron packs a lot more power than Colby does, even though Colby just, you know, he's known for not throwing 100%, more like 30 to 70%, just popping you, hitting you shots. But I think if anyone can take him down or wobble him like we saw with Usman early, it will be Woodley because he does still retain that power. And as we've seen, he's training with Jorge Masvidal. That if I'm to give my honest opinion on that, I don't really think that's going to help that much, if I'm honest. You know, Colby and Masvidal train together, video footage of Colby wrecking him. You know, Masvidal, we've seen, he's not really good with wrestlers when someone's putting the pressure on him. So I don't really think that's going to help Tyron too much. I'm going to have to go with Colby this fight because I love him. I just look at his fighting style. I really like that fighting style. The pressure and everything, the intensity. He's more fresh. Coming off the Usman fight where if he went to decision, arguably would have gone his way. So he definitely wants to get back in there because, you know, like Woodley as well, in a similar way, they're in the same boat because if Colby loses 2 in a row with this gimmick, then it's sort of over for him. No one's really going to take him seriously. So I think he has to win this fight as well as much as Tyron does. You know, and if Tyron loses, then he's going to have to go to Bellator. But I'm going to pick Colby simply because of the pressure and judging off the past, both of their 2 fights. And we've seen Tyron get a bit fatigued and a bit, you know, unmotivated. And as you said, with his unorthodox stance, I think Colby's going to do it. I don't know about a knockout because, you know, Woodley still be hard to put away. But I think this fight we could see a bit more wrestling, but as they hate each other, you know what, I think it's going to be similar to Colby Usman. I think they're just going to be striking because they do not like each other and they will just want to unleash bombs on each other. But Colby decision, and if he does stop Tyron, I believe it would be by submission. But I'm going to take Colby for the W, and hopefully I do not get this prediction wrong because I've been on point with MMA predictions like you have been with NBA ones. So
very true. We're both taking Colby all the way.